Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch in the laws of carrying out an item that is worn as a garment or an ornament or like jewelry. And he says today, Achiger, someone who is lame, which means they have a great limp, how they walk. It's hard for them to walk. Someone who is sick, who was quite ill, and now he got up from his sick bed, and he's weak from the illness. So too, someone who is very old, and also, and in all of these cases, they can't walk without a cane. So the person who is lame, he needs a cane to give him support. The person who is very sick and he's weak, he needs it. The elderly person who doesn't have the strength anymore in his legs, he requires a cane to walk. He's allowed to walk in a Rishus Harabim with this cane in his hand. Meaning, even though that he's walking in a Rishus Harabim, where carrying is going to be prohibited, since that he requires the use of the cane in order to walk, halachically, as the Mishnah Berurah writes, the cane is viewed as his shoe. And just like you're allowed to wear your shoes, because that's how you walk on the ground, so too you're allowed to use the cane. It's like your shoe. It's what's allowing you to walk on the ground. However, if it's possible for this person to walk without the cane, for example, when he's in his house, even though when he's on the road he does use a cane, but in his house he walks without a cane. So it's only when he goes outside he takes the cane because he wants to make sure that he's sturdy. Also, then in that case, says the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, then you're not allowed to take the cane into the Rishus Harabim, which means that if you can't walk without the cane, even in your house, we say it's like your shoe, you need it, go ahead, walk in the public domain. But if in your house you walk around without this, that means that you don't really need it, you're only using it just to support yourself to an extent, then it would be forbidden to use it and carry it in the Rishus Harabim. So to a blind person, also Lot says b'makil, he's not allowed to go out with his cane. And if there's no eruv in the place. If there is an eruv, then we're saying over here that the person who's blind, he would be able to use the cane to help him get along. However, if there is no eruv, then we're going to say that that's going to be like Karen. It's not going to be like his shoe. He's just using it for direction. Someone who doesn't need a cane at all. Aser Lot says boy. Obviously, he can't go out with it in the Rishus Harabim. Even where there is an eruv, so he doesn't need a cane. Notice he's taking it just for looks or sympathy, or empathy, whatever the reason is. He's carrying that cane. If he's in a place, even where there is an eruv, since that he has no need for that cane at all, mishum zilusa de Shabbos, it's really a denigration in the honor of Shabbos, because this person should not be carrying something that is not necessary. The Mishnah Berurah writes that you do have people, chashuva people of distinction, that it is commonplace for them to carry canes, to walk with canes. For example, we find noble type of people, wealthy people, that the silver cane is something that is accustomed for them to walk around with as a sign of distinction. So in a place where there's an eruv, they would be allowed to use that cane because it's normal for them. However, in a case where there is no eruv, then they would not be allowed to, because that would be considered carrying in one's hand. It's not like wearing an ornament. Have a wonderful day.